Welcome to OutWithMyGear.com reviews, and today we're reviewing this, which is a High Sierra 65-liter backpack. This particular backpack is designed for you to take on a trail for a few days. It's not just for a weekend or a day backpack, obviously by looking to its size, but it is designed for you to do longer trails, maybe 3 to 4 days. Honestly speaking, if you're a minimalist, you could probably do 2 weeks with this particular backpack. I will not bore you with the specifics of what material this thing is made out of and what kind of frame it uses and how good is it for your back, because you could find that out on Amazon or on High Sierra website where you're looking specifications for it. However, I'll just give you an overview of this backpack, what I like about it and what I don't like about it. And I will start off with, right away, or from the top, what I don't like about this backpack, and that it is heavy. It is 5.2 pounds. With this said, when you just pick up this particular backpack without anything in it, it's already 5 pounds. Now, if you have your hiking tent with you and some clothing, some food, that all adds up, and once you put it on your backpack, the weight is very noticeable. So with this said, right away, I'm saying this is a very heavy backpack. So if you're not scrawny like me, if you're built and you could handle your weights on your back, then by all means, I think it will be excellent. But when you go out hiking and you have your clothing, your food, your stove, your tent, your mat, and so forth, especially water, every ounce adds up. And already having a bag that weighs off from the shelf 5 pounds, it is very significant. So let's get to the rest of this backpack. Before I unpack it and show you how many items you could fit in this particular backpack, I would like to just turn this around and show you that the straps are adjustable. You could have this backpack hanging over your shoulder with all the weight, or if your hips all the weight. It's very customizable, very convenient. It does state that on the website, and they stated their word. Your back does not get sweaty because it has airflow going on. It is really cool how this system is set up for the back. As you can see in the front, it has many loops where you could attach additional stuff. I don't have anything to attach addition besides my mat and my tent, so usually they're just free, but it's nice to have the option of these little loops all over the place. So let's see what I have in this backpack. I've packed just for 1 day, so I had to fill it in a little bit, so I have some stuff that you might not need, like a pillow, for example, when you're hiking. But let's get to it. So I have my mat, which is reflect on one side, non-reflect on the other side. I love this mat. It is the Thermarest Z-Lite. It's incredible. Keeps your back very warm when it's chilly outside and decently comfortable. So I would just remove it from here, and then I have it. And then on the bottom, I have my 2-person tent, which I recently acquired, which is a Quarter Dome 2. And you could check out a review for this particular tent. There's going to be a link somewhere here. I highly recommend this tent. I really like it. And here, there's a separate compartment for your sleeping mattress. And this compartment is separate from the rest of your backpack. However, it is separated with the zipper, so you could always unzip it and have just extra room. And you could attach this on the outside using one of those additional clips that you have here. I like having it inside. That means the bugs don't crawl all over it when I'm hiking, especially ticks. So this is the Suzy Sue Sport Mummy Sleeping Bag. I have a review of this as well if you would like to check it out. This is the size of it. I don't remember the weight of it, I'm sorry, but it is designed for 30-degree weather, which essentially is, in reality, it's probably like 45, 50. I'll include the link also for this particular video. As usually, the backpacks have a pocket on top, and this one's no different. There's a pocket right here. Oops. And I have my long sleeve resting on top of this particular section, which also has a really cool 12 survival essentials as your list right here. So you could reference to when you're packing, oh, did I grab my map or my compass or my flashlight and so forth. It's very convenient, it's sewed in, and it's nice to have that. As well, there's a pocket right here for, I guess, your more personal stuff like your wallet or your ID or your keys, which is closed with a zipper, and it's not easily accessible as opposed to this particular pocket. So all your essentials could be hidden in there. As you can see right here, it is closed off actually by a system. You have one elastic rope over here, and you could put stuff on top of it and then close it, and then you have another elastic rope. And that gives you access to the inside of your backpack. Now, as I said before, I only packed for a one-day hike, so I included extra things into this particular backpack. Again, I wouldn't recommend using this particular backpack for just one-day hike unless there's a group of you and you bring extra food or, you know, maybe drinks. If you're hanging out on a campsite that you hike into, then it would be beneficial for you to bring a backpack like this. But if you're just going for one-day hike, 65 liter is way too big for it. I would recommend getting something maybe like 50 or 40. But this is what I have, and this is what I'm reviewing. So in here I just have a pillow, and I have food in odorless bag, which is great. It does not invite animals to come check me out, like bear. You know, clothing. Beers, of course. I never go hiking without a beer. I got this Thermalite fleece sleeping bag insert, which supposedly adds 15 degrees to your sleeping bag, but I feel like it only adds about 10. It's very, very, very helpful though when you need to additional, even 5. You need additional 5 degrees in your sleeping bag. This is amazing. And my survival kit. I know I should be having this attached to my belt, but I didn't with this particular one because it doesn't have a belt buckle. And there you have it. This is all I have in this particular backpack, and you see it fits a lot of things. And I also have my 3-liter water bladder right here. It has a separate pocket for it, and the pocket is actually huge, so you can have more items in this pocket besides just the water bladder. And the water bladder has an out that comes out, so you could have an easy access to your water. In addition, there's also a compartment right here where I usually bring my little axe, and if I have other items I don't feel comfortable putting inside my backpack, I just put it right here, like my garbage, for example, like the empty beer bottles. I just put it right here and then close it off. And there's a pocket on top of it. This is where I kept my camera stuff, is what I'm recording with right now, but it's a pretty big pocket and you could put really anything into it. As we turn this around, we have a pocket for your cell phone or your GPS. And then 2 side pockets on the belt itself. I usually just keep my map in one and either my smokes or flashlight in the other one. Now this, as you can see, it has many pockets that you can put your stuff in, but unfortunately what I don't like at this particular backpack, it doesn't have enough small ones. By small ones, for example, I have a giant pocket right here and I have a small flashlight, right? So that means it's not a dedicated pocket for a flashlight because it's such a big pocket. I could put other things in it, right? Otherwise it just kind of bounces around in the pocket, and that's what I don't like about it. I would prefer to, I wish this backpack would have some small pockets maybe on the side over here that I would just put smaller items in that I know, okay, my flashlight is always there, and I know that's what fits there the most. But overall, in terms of compartments, it's amazing. It has on the sides, it has 2 mesh pockets for your water bottle, or I have my off in here. Another feature that I really like about this particular backpack is the fact that it comes with its own rain cover, and accessing it is very, very simple. On the bottom of it, where you, under the compartment where you usually keep your sleeping bag in, there's a Velcro pocket. You open it up, and you have your bag. I have yet to use this in a rainy weather, I guess luckily for me. However, I use it every time I go backpacking and I leave my backpack outside of the tent. I just cover it up so it keeps the bugs away, and in case it does mist at night, it keeps the moisture away. This particular rain cover has elastic at the end, so you could pull onto it. So the way I would do it is very simple. I close off all my, for example, I close off all my pockets. I put my straps, everything inside like that. Then I would cover it like so. Turn it around, make sure all my straps are inside this particular cover, and then just close it off. So obviously it doesn't cover everything, because you need your straps when you're hiking, because it is designed to keep your backpack dry when you're hiking, but it also could be used when you have this backpack set up overnight. You just cover it, and I really like that feature. The yellow color is a little ugly. I prefer maybe a different color. I feel like it stands out a little too much, but sometimes you need bright colors in case of emergency, or if you lose your backpack and you happen to have the rain cover on, you kind of see it from far away. So as much as I don't like this color, I think it's an excellent color to have this in case of such situations. And to store it away is very simple as well. Just folded it up and put it back into the bucket. You also have an option over here to remove it completely if you don't need it, with this particular attachment. There really isn't much else I could tell you about this particular backpack. After all, it's just a backpack. I don't sleep in it. I just keep my stuff in it. So far, I haven't got a chance to use it in a downpour, so I cannot tell you how waterproof it is with the rain tarp, without the rain tarp. But overall, it's a nice backpack. It really is, and you could definitely use it for many multi-night hikes. However, because of its weight, I'm looking to find a different backpack, because this is just too heavy to be 5 pounds by itself. I guess that's about it for this particular review. Thank you so much for checking this out, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Please ask me the questions or video responses. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible with as much information as I can. Again, thank you for checking out OutWithMyGear.com reviews, and have a wonderful day. Cheers.